Libra, this is your oracle reading for October 2021. Libra, October 2021. Death. The eternal cycle begins here. Divination of the Ancients message for Libra, October 2021. Handwriting. Authenticity. Divine Circus message for Libra, October 2021. Maven of Mass. Sacred Rebels message for Libra, October of 2021. Release the dark womb. Let love live. Shamanic medicine message for Libra, October of 2021. Tree of Life, Conception. Mystical Shaman message for Libra, October of 2021. The Blade. Death. The eternal cycle begins here. 'Tis not the end, though I may pass in the night. I get to do my time over, although you may get a fright. Many pagans believe that death was the beginning of the cycle of life. When you think about it, most people consider the act of birth to be the beginning of the life cycle. We are born, we live, and we die, and depending on your beliefs, we may get to go around again. Instead, pagan cultures see death as the beginning of a whole new adventure, the place where your soul gets to choose where it incarnates, why and what it wants to experience. Then and only then does it get born into a body that lives and eventually dies, before returning to ride a new cycle. Halloween is a celebration of death as a part of life. As humans are conscious beings, we know about death, and many are afraid and uncomfortable about it. Halloween illuminates the universal truth that all of us will die, just as all of us were born. So, to be fearful of that end process is fairly pointless. Halloween asks us instead to make friends with death, just as we seem friendly with birth, and to not allow our fears and grief to bring us unnecessary pain. Do not be afraid if you pull the death card, as it simply means that something is falling away or will do so you can begin strongly afresh. There's great power in this clearing. If you pull this card out Halloween particularly, so October, the message is stronger still, and you should actively celebrate this new beginning. Handwriting, authenticity. It is time to reveal the real you. You may know yourself, but do you let anyone else know the true you? You may feel desperate to be yourself, but have worn a mask for so long that you are now worried how friends, family, and colleagues will react if you stop acting the way they expect you to act. You may have embodied the role of people pleaser or entertainer, trying to be all things to everyone. If you show your true colors, will others treat you differently? Will you lose their respect or even their friendship? Ask yourself these questions and be completely truthful with your answers. Then decide whether you are brave enough to show your authentic face to the world. Maven of Masks. Who do you want to be? Try that self on for size. You might just discover another genuine facet of you beyond your known identity. The Maven of Masks tells you, act as you wish to be, and so you shall be. Have you ever felt the liberation of feeling like a different person when on a holiday, traveling in another part of the world, or stepping into a world where people don't know you? The masks have come off and you get to choose who you are going to be. You might feel unfamiliar ways of being, more assertiveness, more confidence, more vulnerability, more feminine or masculine energy, all rising from within you. These ways of being might not seem like you, not the you that you have thought yourself to be, but just because they are different, new, unfamiliar, doesn't also make them inauthentic. Quite the opposite. The Maiden Mask card comes to you when it's time to try another personality for size to see how much of it ends up being authentically you, just a newly discovered you. But true nonetheless. So like a 3.8 version of you. Have you heard the expression "fake it till you make it"? Some people don't like this idea. They feel it is not genuine. It depends on how you use the idea to your advantage. There is a difference between pretending to be someone or something you are not, and experimenting, exploring, expressing a self you know is within you, but are yet to fully realize yourself to be. In truth, we have the entire universe within us. If you want to discover new qualities in you, you are going to have to start somewhere. Believe, first of all, that you have the undiscovered depths and diversity in you. Second, you have to play, not play acting, but playing. What is it like to show up for your life as if you already have all the courage and sass you long for, or all the creativity and confidence you yearn for? See yourself as that person, as having those qualities. Otherwise, you are like a bird who is yet to fly. It's in you, but you have to have faith first and act as if you do. The bird who has never flown has it in him to fly, but he has to make the leap of faith to realize this for himself and get the wind under his wings. All right, so that was the first part of the reading, which is the foundational part, the bottom of the pyramid, the main support, guides, angels, message from the source, creator, God, whatever. So what we had: death, Maven a mask, and handwriting. So, do some writing, journaling. That could help. But be authentic, whatever you choose to do. Don't be a fake version of you. Okay, be a real authentic version of you, and you may have many versions because you aren't the same person you were when you were a child, right? You're not the same person you were when you were a teenager, right? Unless you're a teenager I'm talking to, then you don't know yet, but you will. And death, it's a new beginning, a fresh new start. The caterpillar has died, and now there's a butterfly. The way the caterpillar didn't really die, did it? No, it had a new version of itself, okay? Now it's a moth, or it's a butterfly, or it's whatever, okay? But the point is transformation, right? Basically, being authentic, not transforming into a fake Wizard of Oz, okay? Then you got this big head scaring everybody, but you're just a little guy behind the curtain, okay? Release the dark moon. Let love live. If we detach something from its source too soon, trying to force it to become what it is not yet ready or willing to become, we can unintentionally sap it of its strength and kill it. There is a dark wound in the consciousness of humanity which demands perfection and denies process. If you are thinking of publishers before you have even written the book, if you are comparing your unfinished song idea to the latest best-selling pop release, if you have decided you are not good enough or worthy enough to succeed before you've given it everything you've got and asked for divine help, then this dark wound has you in its grasp. You have to let go of the death grip of perfectionism and let yourself and your ideas live. Love is abundant, creative, and inspiring. It moves us so much more joyously and creatively than fear. You are being asked to honor the path of your own love. What inspires you? What feels exciting, joyful, and perhaps even rather different? Let that live. Release the dark wounding of false belief. There are countless stories of vastly successful artists who were nearly bind the project that was the making of their career. Because of the despair fostered by their own dark nature, they doubted. They were uncertain. Was their work any good? Was it useless? They struggled to believe in the right of work to come to life, whether it was accepted, revered, or rejected by others or not. They nearly lost their work to fear. Undoubtedly, there have been many times when this has actually happened and the work was not saved, not allowed to live. Do not let this happen to you, whether something is meant to be commercially oriented venture or a more personal creation of your own therapeutic healing. It must be allowed to be, without judgment, without criticism, even without premature evolution. Evaluation is the word. It must be allowed to be what it is. The only time love, patience, and intention will reveal it. Tree of life, conception. Nothing can grow. No person, plant, or idea, if it is not properly nourished. From the moment an idea is conceived, it is vital you nurture it so it can come to fruition. If you are thinking about having or extending a family, be sure you are doing so for the right reasons. Calling a divine being into the world is a big responsibility. If you have an amazing idea, then research, prepare, and be ready to see it through. All additions to our lives bring forth challenges and change, but also offer important spiritual connections. We all have roots that are seated in our past lives and branches that stretch out into our future possibilities. How you tend to your tree affects what it produces, either a healthy apple or spoiled fruit. A dying tree, weak at the roots, or bereft of foliage, means a compromised connection to the source of all life as well as to your inner wisdom. From such a place, very little stands a chance of being given life. Ancient and modern religions use the tree of life to symbolize the process of attaining wisdom or enlightenment. The Kabbalah, Axis Mundi, and the Bodhi tree are all prime examples. The tree is a pillar of strength, a connection between realms, and a symbol of balance. Trees remind us of the importance of nurturing ideas from tiny seeds if you want them to thrive and bear fruit. Solid preparation is key to your success. Take responsibility for your new actions. A new idea needs careful planning and consideration. See a project through from start to finish. A challenge is a blessing in disguise. A decision needs to be made. Time to reinvent yourself. From first small seed to mighty tree, be sure to learn from all you see. Keep roots healthy and leaves in light. Enlightenment awaits, joy in sight. Alright, so the second tier is pretty much what you're working on, what you can do, or what you need to focus on. And as we said, release the dark womb, let love in. Or let love live, which is death, releasing the dark womb. Let love live by being authentic, okay? Handwriting, journaling. And then you have tree of life, conception, authenticity, handwriting. Maven of Mass talked about a new version of you. The tree of life also talks about the new version of you. If you can look here, you have a pyramid over here, and you have a pyramid over here. Put them together, and you have the main part of the pyramid, the big pyramid for the reading, right? So there's the connections, the message. You know what's up. The blade. The blade represents sharpness of the mind, body, and spirit, pointing upward. It summons the power of heaven. When aimed down to the ground, it anchors the power of the heavens on earth. The blade can be a healing tool or a weapon. Wield it wisely, and it will transmit power, bestow initiations, cut energetic cords from the past, or severe toxic relationship. Use it with anger, and it will slash, stab, and kill. You are invited to draw your blade and use it. It is not auspicious to hesitate, to waste time to idle talk, or to hide from the inevitable. Heaven and earth are aligned to support you in claiming your power. So take decisive action. Overcome your fear of hurting others. Unsheath the blade and use it wisely. It's time to put down the sword and place it back in its scabbard. Do not offer your blade in service to toxic emotions. You will be faced with an even more disagreeable future with the people or situations you are attempting to banish. Put the blade to rest until your inner fire has mellowed. Then use your blade with impeccable intention to cut the energetic cords that are tying you to the drama at hand. Set yourself free. Alright, so the top card here is the message from heaven, God, creator, source, the force, yin yang, whatever, all that good, beautiful stuff. So, remember what it said. Use it for healing. Do not banish and cut away those that have made a different choice than you. Accept the freedom of others. Don't force something upon them because you live in fear. I'm afraid they're going to get me sick and kill me because they didn't get the shot. That's a place of fear. That's not a place of love. Oh, but I love them. I don't want them to die. Stop excusing your bullshit with lies, okay? Don't worry about what they choose. What the risk they choose is the risk for them to decide. Just like the risk of you taking a shot is your decision. And I accept that. I'm not telling you not to. I'm just saying don't force others into the actions that you've made. Allow them to have the freedom of choice. And also to directly communicate with the pyramid here. Release the dark wound. Let love live. Conception, tree of life, handwriting. Okay, so if we take these two cards away, you have a diamond. Or diamond shape, okay? So the blade, tree of life, release the dark wound, let love live, handwriting. Okay? Many have a false belief that God judges. God does not judge because he understands that you need to learn things and you'll come back and learn them again. Or you'll come back, like you failed 9th grade, you'll repeat 9th grade until you finish 9th grade. It's not like us humans who are like, oh, you're a failure, okay? God's not like that. He's better than that, okay? And for you Christians who are like, you don't know what you're talking about, well, go blow yourself. All right, so there's the diamond connection. As above, so below. Authenticity. The blade, cut away the fake you. The fake you. The fake you needs to die, which is the shadow projection onto others. How you expect them to be like you. Okay? Accept their choices for themselves. Let them be. Okay? Let's agree to disagree. We don't have to mingle in public places together. We can have our separate locations that we've deemed worthy. Don't go running around like the Nazis and forcing people into these camps or forcing people to do something that they don't want to do. I don't force you not to take the shot, right? Or I don't force you to do something, so don't force me. And that's, we're in Libra season. That's why I'm saying these things on the Libra reading, because we're in Libra season for this reading. Most of the month of October is Libra. So Libra season. That's your message. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next month.